I want to express my greetings and welcome. This is almost first time. This is meeting with scientists, mainly Chinese scientists, actually this kind of meeting, now over 30 years, I have sort of meeting with scientists. And then mainly, you see, the Western scientist, Westerner. Some American, some Europeans, and occasionally some Indian. But now this is first time meeting with scientists from Chinese community. I want to explain the very purpose of this kind of meeting. Two purposes. Number one, simply expand our knowledge, and particularly the field of scientific research. I think till later part of 20th century, I think their main sort of field, concentrate, is external thing. And when I mentioned mind, some of them reject. Just a brain. Beside the brain, no mind. I'm wondering, do you believe, do you have the concept mind something separate from brain or not? So scientific sort of research field, I think it is not sufficient, just external thing. The pains and pleasure, anger, compassion, this not just a mere brain, but mainly mind. And now, later part of 20th century, now some scientists, brain specialists, now they begin to feel there is something which affects our brain.
Plasticity. Yeah. For example, the discovery of plasticity has really changed the neuroscience.
Because of the training our mind, some people who have some sort of ability to concentrate without moving their mind, there's some change in their brain. So now begin the scientists also, some scientists showing interest. And as a matter of fact, some scientists now start some research work. Like one American scientist, a brain specialist, the subtle mind. There are some indication, some cases, brain dead, the heart beating stop, then blood circulation cease. So then, within a short period, brain dead. But the person's body still remains very fresh. including my own teacher, after death, clinically, so they recognized as a dead person, now dead. But his body remained very fresh next 13 days. And similar cases, some 2 weeks, some 3 weeks. So now, this is something phenomena we are seeing. So now, the Buddhist tradition, we have some sort of explanation. The scientists say not yet sort of say
have the explanation. Have the explanation for this phenomenon.
So Richard Davidson, Wisconsin University, he already
initiated, no?
Sort of, they developed some kind of project to investigate such case. So that's purpose. Number one purpose is simply scientific sort of research now should expand material, external things, as well as internal, our mind.
Experience.
Then the scientific knowledge then becoming more fuller. Now, the second purpose is in spite a lot of sort of, the development in scientific sort of research and knowledge, and with that technology now highly developed, very useful. But many of these scientific sort of finding, result out of scientific research, like nuclear bomb and many weapons. So the knowledge, the science, unfortunately, use destructive way. That brings more fear. The nuclear sort of, the weapon itself, and neutron bomb. Wonderful. But the very purpose of these things is killing. So it is quite unfortunate. So now, and then the people, the scientists who carry sort of research work, they found constant anger is, very harmful for our health. Anger actually eating our immune system. Some scientists say that. So more compassionate mind, it automatically bring more calm mind, more peaceful mind. So very important for our own health. And I think here, all the people, prefer smile face, isn't it? I think nobody prefer. I think hero's face. No hesitation to kill. I think nobody prefer. You see that kind of expression. That's human nature. Even dogs. I notice, dogs, while you are giving some food, you show smile and affection. They also appreciate. Isn't it? Some birds, although you may give something, without showing the human affection, they take the thing, then go. If you show human affection, dogs You see, their tail, you see, doing like that. They really showing a sort of response to us, more closeness feeling. So now, all major religious traditions carry the message of love. With that message of forgiveness, tolerance. But frankly speaking, effect from religious tradition limited. In modern time, I notice some temples or monastery in Europe or in America, a big monastery, now almost empty. So you see people sort of showing interest about religion less and less. So now in education field, we should include, now these days I'm expressing, in our education should include, beside hygiene of physical, we should have hygiene of emotion. That we really need. Without touching religion, not talking about heaven or some other things. Simply how to carry healthy body, healthy mind. Too much emotion here, anger, very bad for our health. So now, the way to promote this inner value, if you, based on religious belief, the effect limited, as I mentioned earlier. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it's a scientific sort of, out of scientific research, they say anger is very bad for our health. Then some scientists say basic human nature is more compassionate. It also, you see, if we use common sense, then all 7 billion human beings come from their mother. And they survived with mother's affection, mother's milk. Then in young children, I think they don't care what is difference, what is national differences, or what is religious differences, or even with believer or non-believer, not much sort of pay attention. So long, children each other play together, smiling. You see, they feel very happy. Then gradually we grown up through our education. Then, you see, the existing education, I feel, very much materialistic oriented. So not much talking about these deeper human inner value. So now in any case, it is quite clear. Now in education, we should include, you see, education about how to bring inner peace. And through that way, how to create healthy body. So now, I am Buddhist. To my own practice, yes, some of Buddhist sort of practice, very helpful. That I cannot share with other people. Out of 7 billion human beings, about 1 billion non-believer. And then about 6 billion believer. We already observed a lot of troublemaker among the believer. Isn't it? You see, the very thing which they believe use, you see, division and killing. Unthinkable. Whether you believe religion or not, up to individual. But once you accept religion, then you should be serious about your religious tradition. Then all major religious traditions carry the message of love, forgiveness, tolerance, self-discipline. They use different method. Some say in philosophical field there are differences. Some say there is creator, there is God. Some say no God. There's different method. I always telling, you see, we cannot say, pick up one medicine and then say this medicine is best. You cannot say. According to the patient's physical condition, illness, age, climate, then you can recommend. Your case, this medicine is best. Similarly, among the human being, there are many different mental disposition, and due to different culture, different environment. Therefore, you see, we need different way of approach in order to promote this deeper inner value. So now, the non-believers, I feel the explanation, the importance of these inner values such as compassion, warm-heartedness. If you based on religion, then not much effect to these people. So on the basis of scientific finding, they will pay more attention. Now here, according Indian tradition, we usually describing also the secular ethics without religious belief. Simply, they explain these deeper value. So,
Alex.
Oh, Alex, you once told me the very word of secular is not nice. And also some Muslim friend, they told me. So in the West, the meaning of secular means disrespect or distance from religion. But in this country, India, secular means respect all religions and also respect non-believer. I think that way of thinking, that way to understand secular means, I think, are useful. Secular ethics, they showing respect all religions and then also non-believer. So now, in order to promote about our inner value through education, only way is secular way. So I usually used to follow that way. So now, scientific research or scientific finding is something very useful, as I mentioned already. People more convince science rather than religion. Okay. Like that. So that's number two, because of the purpose.
Second purpose.
Second purpose. So then, in the past, I think over 20 years, I think, was a scientific meeting. More than 30 times.
Mind alive, yeah.
I must introduce other people. This lady, the late Varela's wife.
Francisco Varela.
The Varela, great scientist. Also, he usually say, when he explains something about pure science, Then he say, now with my scientific
Cap.
Oh. Then sometimes he refer Buddhist concept. So then he say, now I wear Buddhist cap. So great, really great. I think mainly her late husband, I think really also start this meeting.
This dialogue series.
Oh. So in the past, over now 30 times back.
Yeah, over 30 dialogues.
Oh, dialogue, mainly Europeans and some Indian. Occasionally some Chinese.
Westerners.
Oh,
Westerners.
No. Westerner. And then few months ago, when I give teaching some Taiwanese Buddhist, then when I met organizer, so one Taiwanese, I'm wondering that person here or not. Correct. Oh, you? Oh, I see. Right. Oh, he quantum physicist, and he, you see, introduced himself as a quantum physicist. Then I thought, oh, now we are going to have one meeting about quantum physics from Chinese scientists. So now, you mentioned that, so now that word, no physical, but that word brings now this opportunity. Law of causality, right?
Yeah.
Cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. So now I'm really very, very happy meeting with scientists, mainly Chinese. And I welcome one Nobel, laureate. Thank you. And this morning I met, you see, his age, 82. I'm 83. So now another sort of thing I want to explain. When I met the Western scholars and discussed about, you see, these, including quantum physics or psychology or these things, sometimes I feel little
hesitant. Yeah.
Because you see, and Western scientists, their cultural background, something different. So the concept of creator. So therefore, you see, if we go detail evolution, the whole world, whole galaxies come from particle. And go that way, evolution way, is sometimes difficult. With too much emphasis on that, I feel uncomfortable. Because I respect all religion. And I really admire Judeo-Christian tradition. The millions of people get immense inspiration last 1,000 years, and even today. So in the future also, it will remain. So therefore, and particularly I'm fully committed promotion of religious harmony. So therefore, out of my sort of genuine respect, you see, there are sort of philosophical view. So sometimes a little sort of concern or feel uncomfortable. Or the Westerner, mainly Judeo-Christian sort of background. So it is better to keep their own way. Now Asia, something different now. And particularly Chinese. Many Chinese are Buddhist. Wherever Chinese community they are, in America or in Europe, Chinese community, bigger Chinese community, like Vietnamese community, some Buddhist temple. So, quite familiar. Then, and the Chinese Buddhist tradition, Tangsen, Kasa, Tangsen, Kasa. Xuanzang. So he came to India and spent some time in Nalanda. And according to some sort of historian, he met Nakabuddhi. Nakabuddhi. So when he met Nakabuddhi, of course, the direct disciple of Nagarjuna, and Nakabuddhi, when he met, very, very old. So in any way, and many Chinese Buddhists, the name of Lungsu Pusa, familiar? Huh? So therefore, you see, traditionally, they're very close with Nalanda tradition, and particularly Lungsu Pusa's tradition. So therefore, I'm very happy having this meeting. In the political field, over 1,000 years, sometimes we fight each other. Sometimes remain very, very close relations through sort of marriage. The seventh century, the Songtse Gampo marry Chinese princess, like that. So, in any way, the reality, we have to live side by side. Whether there is creator or not, it becomes like that. So, much better live side by side happily. So therefore, political field now since 1974, you see, we decided not seeking independence of Tibet. We very much sort of committed, remain within the People's Republic of China. So therefore, and then, you see, remain politically, remain within the People's Republic of China, provided we should have all the right which mentioned in the Constitution, including our language, all these things. Then it is mutual benefit. So Tibet, materially backward, so remain within the People's Republic of China. We get plenty of money, so we can build, isn't it? Material field. At the same time, the number of Chinese Buddhists now already around 400 million Buddhist population in China, mainland China. We can help them. We can share our knowledge. Now, today's world, as far as Nalanda tradition, knowledge about the Nalanda tradition, I found that we Tibetan kept Nalanda tradition. Because of the
alive lam.
Because intact.
Intact.
So therefore, you see, we can help you to explain about Nalanda tradition, like that. So now, besides political field, the environment also. Tibet, one Chinese environmentalist, he wrote one article. He mentioned to me, Tibetan plateau is very important for global warming. So he described Tibetan plateau is third pole. The effect from Tibetan plateau, global warming, as much as South Pole and North Pole. So he described Tibetan plateau is third pole. So now, the Yangtze River, Mekong River, the Dichu, Mochu, Marwe, these are big major river, original source from Tibet. So the environment about Tibet is something we really need, I think, special pay attention for preservation of Tibetan environment. Very important. So now, finished. So,
Sondu di yang lugyu ke chane mixe kechi bu chago kaisana jamon jeka namba na shingi takanda tseri banya bo dole na je ta lo sumju soran chi dugo ba lagor da senda so ke sondu ne dole sumju soran ji sumju de yo ji na yo re daran sho ke kanama na shi ta gyami gyari tseri banya bo mixe 소주 초제 네 돈 체링 도 돈에 넘버 다른 당고 이딘서 롱규고 돈에 개침부 차고도 간당소 라네 간나야 찍디 야 누조베 체리보다 만라바 결이 체리 디게 자외 수수 수윤기 우리 슝원다 아니 따두다 두주데 야직 남바 다 제가 숙심부 유튜가라 야직 남주고 돈에 남베 따두고 돈에 대세제래 투마세본도 간당소 다른 쇼게 간다 또 다른 니무숨도 총도 뒤져져 조니 quantum ke mechanics 콜레 아니 지금 남베 따두고 돈에 셰베나 배나 우메 따두고 돈에 셰베나 최 간다 강인의 편전 찌기찌를 땜베 돈에 대세잡셔 마도 유 치점 그 배는 두련 참모지 차샤베는 두련 참모 코라 랑제페베 랑호고 돈에 고용오 샤토야요 말와 디 시연도가라 quantum physics 돈에 지금다 수진의 추기 간다 뭐감르베기 ang지기 타녀 키용제 체제야 다 지게다 디게데 니마 나베 개버솔이야 요 말에 그래서 투자 요 말와 요 말데네 콘담기 삼탄세 히 떠주기 간레연도가라 니 펜준 떠주다 유코랑게 라게트베 뭐 샤우기 매버다 주방부지 간다 공부도 주고 갑네 송차요를 공부도 차샤베나 치료 들어 입에 나도 버와 그래서 안 라포트 공부를 주고 공례 차샤베나 태고심도 도도들이 아니 간다 치료마샤 공기 시신도 도도 차샤베나 치료마샤 공기 내요다 두난 지 다들 콘돔 것도네 떠주고 돈에 대시 잡대 망고지 낭배슈나 세요래 즉 뭐감르베 시리랑게 도단 것도네 하고 텐다제 에비던스 experiment 제 근데 제대야 내가 요 말에 좀 체제에 주제다 망부지도 요 말만 나와. 그래서